Okay. So before I start the demo session, let me introduce myself. My name is Shiva Kumar. So I am the trainer for this cloud automation with Terraform and Python course. Okay, I have around 21 years of experience. I started my career as Oracle DBA, that is in the month of June 2003. So later I worked on different technologies, but for the past 12 years, I have been on DevOps, Azure DevOps, AWS Cloud, and GCP. This is my brief introduction, guys. And can you please introduce yourself and can you tell me what is your expectation and presently what is your current job position? Are you working or?
Yeah, hi sir, this is Partha this side.
Yes, okay.
I am working as a software engineer at HCL Technologies.
Okay, good.
I am part of Cisco project. I
Okay,
am
great.
working as an automation engineer in
Okay,
their wireless team, working on DNAV project. So
okay,
my main objective of joining this course is I am planning to move to some cloud automation side, apart
okay,
from this network protocol and Python. I have good hands-on on Python and PyTest
okay, great.
framework. But cloud side, I don't have much knowledge, so I am trying to enhance my skill on cloud automation side. That's why I thought this will be helpful for me. So join this course.
Great. Okay. Yeah, can you introduce yourself, Amit Patnaik?
Hello, see, good evening. Good evening to all as well. I have
Good evening.
I have almost 14 years of experience, and currently I am playing a role as a security architect.
Okay, great.
So I am planning to move towards cloud because last 2 years back I got opportunity to work as a cloud security, but that time my company was not released, means client did not want me to release from that current project. That was the reason I missed that opportunity. So right now I am planning for cloud. If I know cloud automation, then it should be better for me to work as a cloud security. I think so. That was the reason I am here.
Okay, great.
I think it will be beneficial for me.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Naveen Kumar, can you
Hey, hello.
please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I have about 12 years experience. So most of it is I was working on Pega, like it's a BPM tool. And also I do like Pega RPA and something like UiPath RPA as well. I've been working on that for last UiPath for last 3 years. So also like I did like AWS like solution architect and have like 1 year experience on AWS. So I'm trying to move into cloud. So I know about AWS like solution architect, but I don't know much about like Terraform and other like developer related like APIs in AWS. So I wanted to like get the idea on that. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, great. Yeah, can you please introduce yourself, Murali?
Hi, so my name is Muli. I have 8 plus years of experience, 8.6 years of experience in IT. I work for multiple companies. So my technical stack, like I worked with Java technologies, like as my starting of the career, and then I moved to ELK Big Data, and right now I'm in DevOps and not into Terraform side. My company is Terraform actually. So I'm just joined this course to learn Terraform.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself, Partha? Partha Kuntia.
Sir, I just did at the first. I went first. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Do you want me
Hello?
to repeat? I
Yeah.
already introduced myself in this call.
Okay, great. Okay, so this course title is actually Cloud Automation with Terraform and Python. And when it comes to duration of this course, it is 1.5 months. And this every day 1 hour class will be there, and every day 1 hour class, and Monday to Friday. And our class timings will be 8 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. And when it comes to prerequisites, actually, so who can learn this course? Prerequisites. So for this course, actually, no coding and scripting is required. No coding and scripting is required. And even non-IT persons who will not be able to, okay, so who does not belong to IT category, even non-IT people will also be able to join this course. Non-IT students will also be able to join this course. And what exactly cloud automation? What is the need of automation? Okay, so before understanding this, before understanding what is the need of automation and what is the why cloud and why people are moving towards cloud, and let us understand our DevOps lifecycle flow. So then we are going to understand what exactly infrastructure is, why infrastructure is needed, okay, what is automation, everything we are going to understand very clearly. So for that, let us open a PPT diagram. Generally, I don't draw any diagrams, guys. I don't, generally, I am going to write everything manually. I don't bring any PPTs. But here, this is very much important diagram. For any company, okay, for any IT company. So if a customer comes with some requirements, okay, suppose customer belongs to online shopping store like Swiggy, Zomato, and Book My Show and Flipkart. It can be any application, guys. It can be, the application can be in any language like .NET, Python, Java, whatever it may be. Whenever a new client comes to your organization, okay, so it is a responsibility of developers to write the code. Okay, before that, many other stages also there, like requirement gathering and something like designing phase. Okay, I don't want to discuss all those things here. So as we are technical persons, we are going to start it from developer point of view. So here on the left side, I have taken 2 developers example. Okay, because just for the sake of simplicity, I have taken only 2 developers example. But in reality, for any project, okay, approximately 7 to 8 developers will be working. That is minimum size. Maximum depends on company organization policies and organization norms. But just for the sake of simplicity, I have taken 2 examples, 2 developers example here. At the end of the day, every developer is going to submit code into source code management system like Git. So the responsibility of Git is to manage the code, to maintain history of the developers. Okay, so it is going to maintain history like who submitted what, at what time he has submitted, how many times he has submitted. That kind of history is maintained by source code management system. In source code management system like Git, source code is available. But can I give source code to my customer? No. Customer cannot use the source code. Okay, customer will be using websites, applications. So this source code must be converted into some application format. Application is nothing but website. Okay, application is in the form of like jar files or wire files, ext files, DLL files. Okay, so in order to convert this source code into application format, we are going to deploy this source code into build environment. There is a second box here. So the second box is actually build environment. So in the build environment, actually Maven-like tools are used to convert source code into application. But once application is created, can I give this application to my customer? No. Okay, again, it must be tested everything. Like if it is a Flipkart kind of application, we have to test every aspect. Like we have to test login page, net banking page, database page, okay, validation page, authentication, authorization, everything we have to test. So for that, we are going to promote, we are going to deploy this artifact into testing environment. There is a third box here. There is a third box. So your testers will apply test cases and they are going to test everything. And if the application is passed testing, what happens again? The same application is deployed into customers area, customers environment. So the customers environment means this is like UAT, okay, staging or pre-prod environment. So once the customer satisfies, what happens? The same application is placed in hundreds of live servers. This is production. Okay, this is production. Okay, so production or live environment contains hundreds of live servers. Okay, where exactly the application website is placed. So when the application is placed, website is placed in hundreds of live servers, what happens? People from internet will be able to access the application. This is actual flow, guys. But here, everywhere we are seeing something like environment, like build environment, QA. Okay, QA is also, it is like a complex environment. Okay, every organization will be having some policies. Okay, according to organization policies. Okay, so the product must be tested. And testing environment, UAT, live environment. Now, for every environment, we need servers. For every environment, we need servers. But how to create servers? Suppose my production environment, I need 100 servers. 100 servers along with, okay, something like Tomcat is installed. How you do this? You can do this activity in a manual way. But you know very well. So for doing this activity, if you are using manual approach, how much time it takes? It takes months of time. Okay, you can create 100 servers in single shot. But you have to log in into each and every server and you have to set up the softwares. Okay, that means in manual approach, it takes a lot of time. In manual approach, it takes a lot of time. So for that, we are going to use, okay, IST tools. So which stands for infrastructure as code. So what is the responsibility of infrastructure as code? So infrastructure as code, like cloud formation, ARM templates, Terraform are going to perform two activities. Okay, so what are the two activities they are going to do? They are going to create servers, and apart from creating servers, okay, they will also used for configuring softwares. First, we are going to discuss about different types of IIC tools. Then we are going to start like what are the advantages of Terraform. Okay. So when it comes to IIC tools, so what are the different IIC tools that are available in the market, software industry? The first IIC tool that is available in the market is cloud formation. But the drawback of cloud formation is it is completely specific to AWS cloud only. We cannot build infrastructure other than AWS cloud. And the second IIC tool is like ARM templates. ARM stands for Azure Resource Manager. This is nothing but IIC tool. But what is the drawback here? It is specific to Azure cloud only. Okay. And there is excellent tool available in the market that is called as Terraform. Okay. It is generic IIC tool. It is not specific to any particular cloud. Okay. It can build infrastructure on almost every cloud. Okay. Like we have three major clouds, right? Azure, AWS, GCP. Out of the AWS, Azure is very popular. Okay. So Terraform is nothing but it is a generic IST tool which can build infrastructure on almost every cloud. Okay, it is not specific to any cloud. It is not specific to any particular cloud. Okay. Now, when it comes to Terraform, so let me open a Terraform PPT. What are the advantages and what are the benefits of Terraform? Let me discuss few things just by using few slides, few PPT slides. What is Terraform actually? Terraform is a tool for building, changing, and versioning infrastructure safely and efficiently. Terraform can manage existing and popular service providers. Okay, Terraform can manage existing infrastructure as well as by using Terraform, we can also create new infrastructure. And so Terraform, like Terraform, we have other IAC tools like Chef is there, Ansible is there, CloudFormation and Puppet. Okay, so actually there are two types of configuration management IAC tools are there, guys. So one is IAC tools, another one is configuration management tool. So when it comes to configuration management tools, we have few examples like Ansible is there, okay, Chef and Puppet. So here, what is the difference between IAC tools and configuration management tools? So configuration management tools generally, they can be used to configure softwares only. They cannot create servers. They cannot create servers. Okay, but when it comes to IAC tools like CloudFormation, ARM templates, Terraform, they can create servers and they can configure softwares. We two activities we can do. Okay, so if servers are already presented in the area, in the environments, we can simply use configuration management tools. Okay, but if there are no servers, we should have to use IAC tools only. IAC tools like Terraform. Okay, so out of all tools, why Terraform is popular? Terraform is having many advantages. Okay, one advantage is, so it is a generic IAC tool, and the second advantage is like state management. State management. State management means presently what is the state and what is the current, what is the infrastructure we are managing and what is the infrastructure presently we have in a specific cloud. So that information, that state of the infrastructure is maintained in a file called TF state file. Okay, so state file facility is not there for CloudFormation and ARM templates. Okay, so Terraform is generic IAC tool and Terraform, okay, is like a tool which is going to maintain state, Okay, so yeah, these are other IAC tools and other configuration management tools, guys. Chef, Ansible, CloudFormation, Puppet. Puppet is completely outdated. Nowadays, no one is using Puppet. And Terraform is called as infrastructure as code. Means we are going to write code. Code means it is not complex coding, guys. It is very easy. Okay, it is very simple scripting. Okay, by which we can create and manage infrastructure. Either we can create a new infrastructure or we can manage existing infrastructure also. With Terraform, we have two advantages. Either we can create new infrastructure or we can manage existing infrastructure also. Okay, so Terraform actually it is created by a company called HashiCorp. It is created in the year of 2014. Okay, so it is open source. So it is going to run on different platforms like Linux, Mac, and Windows. Okay, so it uses HCL syntax. So when I want to write scripting in Terraform, I need not to know any programming language. Okay, simply it is going to follow a data representation language called HCL. HCL stands for HashiCorp Configuration Language. And what is HCL actually? One simple example I can tell. Suppose I want to represent a employee information. Like employee name I want to represent, designation I want to represent, okay, country I want to represent. Simply, you can write like this, opening bracket and closing bracket, name equal to something like KSK. Okay, and designation, no comma is required. Between fields, no comma is required. Designation equal to manager. And country equal to India. This is very simple, right? Anyone can write. Even non-IT people will also be able to write this kind of representation, data representation. Okay, it is like JSON, but it is not JSON. JSON is completely different format. JSON, HCL. Okay, so JSON is like a key value, but HCL is also key value. But HCL is very much easier than JSON. HCL is very much easier than JSON. Okay, so this is JSON, this is HCL format, guys. Now, what is the syllabus we are going to cover? So what is the course content? Within 45 days duration, we are going to cover. Let me explain our course content. Let me show. Guys, give me 1 minute. Cloud automation with Terraform and Python. Okay, so first we are going to discuss something like what is IAC and what is configuration management tool. What is the difference between these two? And in tomorrow's class, I am going to show how to set up Terraform on Windows operating system. I think most of the persons will be using Windows nowadays. Okay, so I will show how to set up this Terraform on Linux also. Okay, so first few days we are going to discuss activities like without going into any cloud. Okay, first 1 or 2 days we are going to work with local provider. Okay, so what is the provider we are going to discuss? And after that we are going to see how to create AWS free tier account. And so I will show it practically. So to create AWS account, generally we need something like one debit card is required, one email ID is required. Okay, one valid mobile number is required, working mobile number is required. And once you are keeping these 3 things ready, how to create AWS account, because our completely we are going to focus on 2 clouds. Okay, because these are the 2 major clouds, right? Azure cloud and AWS cloud. Okay, once you know all the concepts in AWS and Azure cloud, how to write scripting, how to write automation scripting for AWS and Azure resources in any cloud, you can work with any cloud. There is no matter. Okay, so our major focus is on AWS and Azure. And one more thing, so this time we are going to provide Python core and advanced videos. Core and advanced videos. Yeah, up to approximately 20 recording sessions are there. And we are going to share these recordings, advanced and core Python recordings, okay, at the beginning of your course. Okay, so till we complete automation activities with Terraform, you can go through these recordings. Then I will start automation with Python. Now, just a minute. Okay, so here we are going to see how to create AWS account and how to log in into AWS account and how to install other softwares. Okay, so for practical setup of Terraform, that we are going to discuss in tomorrow's class. And then we are going to do some basic programming Terraform. Then, okay, so we are going to create services in AWS, like how to create server, how to create a network, how to create storage, how to create a user, how to create a hard disk. Okay, yeah, these are nothing but EC2, VPC, S3, key, IAM, EBS, AMI, ELB. These services we are going to understand first from manually, from website. Okay, so once we understand these services manually, then we are going to write automation script. And so once we complete Terraform with Azure AWS cloud, then we are going to move to Azure cloud. And so I will show how to create Azure account also. And to create Azure account also, definitely you need one credit card and one email ID and one working mobile number. Working mobile number is required. And so I will show how to create Azure account. So the benefit of Azure Cloud is, okay, in the first 1 month, you are going to get 13,000 change worth of services you are going to get for Azure account. So this is valid for 1 month. I will show how to create Azure account also, how to get this 13,000. Okay, guys, this is not cash. Okay, so 13,000 worth of services. Okay, 13,000 worth of INR, worth of services you can use in first 1 month. Okay, so once you create account, because this amount will be there in your account. And next we are going to discuss something like Azure services. Okay, like how to create virtual machine in Azure Cloud, how to create network, how to create storage account, files, AKS means Azure Kubernetes services, how to create database, how to create load balancer, how to create virtual machine scale set in Azure Cloud. That also we are going to see in the 45 days duration. And tomorrow I will show how to use these basic commands. What is the purpose of Terraform init command, validate, plan, apply, destroy, FMT command. And we will be learning like different types of blocks. So Terraform script is a collection of blocks actually. Okay, so we will be learning different types of blocks like resource block, provider block, output block, data source block, okay, module block. Many blocks we are going to discuss as a part of our course. Okay, we'll be learning what is arguments, attributes, meta arguments, and top level blocks, provider block, resource block. And this is Terraform resources, like Terraform meta arguments. Generally, in every programming language, we will be having loops, right? For loop and while loop. In Terraform also, we are having 2 types of loops. Okay. So loops we are going to discuss as a part of Terraform resources. We are going to discuss Terraform depends on count for each. And Terraform data sources. Data sources are nothing but queries. And Terraform backend. So generally, when you initialize Terraform, what happens? A state file is created. But the state file is completely local to your single developer. But using backend, we are going to store this state file in a centralized location. So when multiple developers are working for a project, okay, so this state file should be centralized. This state file should be centrally accessed by every developer. How to do that? How to create backend? Okay, so backend creation I am going to store by using Azure Cloud, guys. Okay, so for few services we are going to use AWS, and for another services we are going to use Azure Cloud. And then we are going to learn Terraform workspaces. Workspace is nothing but it is an environment. Okay, so different environments we are going to create, like dev environment, QA, and within the environment how to maintain state file. That also we are going to discuss as a part of workspaces. And Terraform provisioners. Okay, so file provisioner, local exec, remote exec. Generally provisioners are used to install softwares. Okay, so what provisioner should be used at what time? Okay, we are going to discuss as a part of Terraform provisioner. And Terraform module, reusable components. Reusable components are nothing but Terraform modules. And once our activity is completed with Terraform, then we will be moving to Python. And using Python also, we are going to create resources like EC2, VPC, auto scaling, and we are going to set up Python. How to set up Python, how to install Boto 3. That is our job. Yeah, once we complete all the activities with Terraform, we will be learning Python automation. And in Python also, we are going to discuss something like data types, operators, numbers, strings. Okay, I told you, right? So approximately I am going to set 20 recordings. Those are very much essential. Those are very much mandatory. Okay. And so those are enough to automation with Python. AWS SDK for Python, Boto 3. And once again, we are going to learn Azure services. This is about Azure SDK for Python. Means Azure software development kit. And we are going to install Python. We are going to create, we are going to use Python for Azure resources also. We are going to set up Python, okay, for Azure resources creation. Like here, we will be learning a few things like how to set up Azure CLI, Chaco setup, AJ login. These things we will be learning as a part of our 45 days duration course, guys. Is everything clear, guys? Any questions you can ask me?
Sir, I have a question. This is auto scaling group automation. So are you going to cover in this course?
Yeah, it is also covered. Auto scaling with load balancer.
It is that Boto 3, that module?
Boto 3 is it is Python. Okay, Boto 3 for Python. It is not for Terraform. Okay.
Should we have knowledge on Azure and AWS as a prerequisite for this student?
Come again.
No, so AWS services and Azure cloud, right? Should we have a prerequisite, right, to learn this code?
Yeah,
right?
two clouds we will be covering, AWS and Azure.
Okay. Not GCP, only two clouds.
Only two clouds. Okay, because these two are popular, right? So once you create these resources using Terraform for other clouds is not that much difficult. You can easily create resources in other cloud also.
Okay.
Guys, any other questions? Is everything clear? What is the purpose of Terraform? Why Terraform? Okay, the purpose of the Terraform in this session is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me. No, don't worry. Without any hesitation.
Sir, I have just one thing. How this Terraform is different from Ansible? Ansible does the same thing, right? It will provide automation.
But Ansible cannot create servers, right? Ansible cannot be used for creating servers. But Terraform you can do, you can use it for two activities. Okay, it can create servers and it can do provisioning. It can configure softwares.
I got it. Thanks.
Guys, tomorrow's class is most important. I am going to show how to set up Terraform on Windows system. And we are going to do some practical examples also. And I will also show how to create a AWS free tier account. Okay, if no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we will meet again at the same time with same link. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yes.
thanks.
Okay, guys, thanks for your time.